Hey everyone, welcome back to Unfiltered. It's week 8 and I'm down to 131.4 pounds, which is an 11-pound weight loss. And as I covered last week, I've been feeling wonderful in my clothes. I've begun to love the way I'm looking in my clothes. But there's one thing that's really confusing me, and I haven't quite reconciled the body and brain connection when it comes to this. Let me explain what I mean by that. Last week I told you that I love the way I look in my clothes, and that is for sure the truth. But aside from that, nothing else is feeling different in my life. My energy is the same, I'm sleeping the same, my palate hasn't changed. I don't even feel like my food consumption is that different in terms of my portions now. I may not be snacking, and that's definitely a major win for me. But aside from that, everything kind of feels like business as usual. I've been hearing from a few friends, and I've seen some other YouTube videos about this dramatic transformation, and I'm not really experiencing this as a dramatic transformation. I guess what I'm experiencing is a slow and sustained weight loss. I know I've lost weight. I can see it when I look in the mirror. I can see it when I wear clothes. But viscerally, I'm not feeling different. And if you told me that I weighed 145 pounds right now, if I wasn't looking at a scale, I wouldn't believe that I had lost the weight. Of course, like I said, the clothes is telling a different story. And in fact, 3 months ago, I had gone shopping and I had bought a couple of pieces of clothing at that weight and at that size, which I hadn't actually been able to wear because I needed to get the hem altered. And it just sat in my closet waiting for me to take it to the tailor. And finally, I took it to the tailor yesterday and I tried them on to get the right size for him to hem up for me. And the jeans basically slipped off my waist without me having to unbutton them. So I'm definitely going to need a belt to go with that one. So I'm excited about this, for sure. But nothing else is feeling different. There's nothing earth-shatteringly different that's been going on. And I'm trying to figure this out. Is this what sustained weight loss feels like? It's just slow and steady and natural. I haven't heard anyone comment on my weight loss, which I'm going to take as a good thing because it again relates back to what I shared last week, where there have been, certainly people that I've met after a while, and it's so obvious that they're on this weight loss drug. And I met a friend this weekend whom I hadn't seen in almost 3 months. So basically, she hasn't seen me since before I started this, and she didn't have any observations about whether I've lost weight or not. So I'm going to take this as a win. I think this is what slow and steady weight loss looks like, right? There's enough time for your body and brain to come along on this journey. There's no loose skin anywhere. There's nothing that's been so dramatic that it's suddenly your body having to adapt to this. It's just this slow recalibration that's happening over the course of time. So status check as to where I am. I am about 6 pounds away from goal weight. It's still sustainable. Started week 1 of a 4-week supply, and I believe that I will reach my goal weight of 125 pounds in this next 1 month. So what then? It's definitely something that's been on my mind. Am I going to maintain this by sort of pacing out the drug maybe more infrequently? I have a friend who's at her goal weight and now she only takes it once a month. But as I mentioned last week, this is not something I want to be on forever. So that's what's got my wheels turning now. It's like, how am I going to maintain this? I'm still seeing that correlation between a carb-heavy meal the night before and an increase in the scale in the morning, and if a protein-heavy meal the night before, no shift in the scale. So I'm still reconciling if I feel like it's too soon for me to have made serious lifelong habits that will sustain me, and I think that's where this drug is really being a support for me. It's helping me to really get dialed into the mental aspect of this and recognize the patterns that will serve me once I get off of this drug, which I fully intend to. My goal is to be done with the weight loss part in this next month, and then maybe do 1 or 2 months of maintenance maybe just like spacing the drug out apart to see whether some of this comes back, whether the hunger or whether the cravings or the snack habit. I want to make sure that those habits, the good habits that I've been forming, where my body has had this awareness, my mind has had this awareness, I want to make sure that those stick around. And so that's where I'll be using this weight loss drug as a support for. So that's week 8. Down from 143 pounds to 131.4. If protein keeps my weight down, carbohydrates makes it go up almost a pound, depending on what I've eaten. Especially at night. I can eat a sandwich, I can eat some pasta in the middle of the day, and that's okay, but if I eat it as my dinner, then I'm going to see a difference the next day, which completely physiologically makes sense. My clothes are fitting better. I'm aspiring to love the way I look without clothes. Right now I love the way I look with clothes on, and my aspirational goal is to love the way I look without the clothes on. For myself, not for anybody else. I'm still thinking about what I'm going to do when I hit that goal weight of 125 pounds. Do I taper off? Do I maintain? How long will that be? So these are the questions that I'm wrestling with right now. So I'm 11 pounds down. I can see the change, but I don't feel the change. If this feels familiar to you, I would love to hear from you. I would love for you to drop a comment, let me know what you think, let me know if you're on this similar journey with me, and I hope you'll subscribe. Also check out my other playlist, which is about food and travel exploration and how I'm managing to continue to do those things while on this weight loss journey. That's the unfiltered truth for this week. I'll see you next Sunday.